Today at Eppy's Chop Shop, I've had enough of quarantine. Going out in public, and I'm hugging everybody. Everybody. What up, guys? And welcome back to the Chop Shop. It's probably just to be a bonus episode because my boat episode turned out to be super short and I'm still at home. So let's check out what I'm gonna be working on. Not necessarily today, but I got all kinds of stuff going on. See, I got one of the floorboards out of the F1 Hundo here. So here coming up soon. I'm gonna get this insulation out of here, this door sill, and start working on this so that I can replace this floorboard. This looks like an older, probably less quality replacement panel from back in the day, or maybe they cut it out of something else. I don't know, but it looks like it's an appropriate piece for this, but they didn't bother to cut out the rusty section, so it was kind of counterproductive. I'm gonna go through here and cut all this out. Like I just said, replace it, make sure it's good metal. And the newer patch panels, some of them I think even have a lip on them, but they do come all the way up to here and all the way around, basically where this line is. After that, doing that side, same thing. Be making the shifter hole look better, and we're gonna start tacking some of the stuff on the floor here. But one thing I'm gonna do today is, if you'll notice, I've always had these wheels sitting in the background here, and I try to keep the pretty one sitting out in front. These are what, ANSEN wheels, I believe. They're Krager style, obviously, but this is the condition that I got them in. Not so good. If you look right here, not perfect, but much more good. I've hit this one real quick too. I think this one's probably one of the worst, but I'm gonna go through and clean these up real nice. I'm gonna take them from this to even better than this. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Also, I told you that I had my LED license plate lights coming in. They just came in, and I don't think I brought them out to the garage with me, so just a second. All right, we have our box with our fancy pants. Amazon, probably from China, covered in COVID. LED lights here. They were super cheap. They're just kind of a Japanese or whatever replacement. They didn't need to be fancy. I just wanted my no EFI license plate lit up. I wanted to display my bumper and everything, and you know, it's cheap. Why not? What I got here is they're just a cheap plastic. They look like they're chrome. They're not. They're just covered in it. But it has a forward-facing LED that will obviously illuminate the my license plate, and then it has 3 rear-facing LEDs that are red. So I'm gonna pop them dudes in there, wire them up real quick, just to a battery, just so I can see what they look like. And that's our projects for the day. So check it. All right, guys. So let's just check out where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the wheel before we get to the lights here. But again, this thing's pretty rough. I'm gonna try my best to get up in there, but it is what it is. You know, these were free wheels, so I mean, it's a win-win here. So let's get to work on this. And well, so again, here's just a look at what we're starting with. They're pretty grody, and what I'm gonna end up using is pretty basic. I love this Neverdoll stuff. And I'm gonna probably end it with just some old school turtle wax. I've got a few tips I'm gonna hit with you with real quick, but the only chemical out of here I'm gonna use out of this super expensive kit that I bought here is this Ultimate Wheel Shine, just to originally clear this off. Not shine, but wheel cleaner anyway. And by the way, this company, air quotes, sponsored me. And by sponsored, I mean they offered me like a 30% discount on like a $300 and some odd plus car wash kit. And if you want to know what that looks like, that's it. And this informed me about purchasing. You have to have a pressure washer to use that. So yeah, $300 worth of car wash, definitely not worth it. It's my personal preference that old just Mother's Caribou base, stuff like that, and even old Turtle Wax still works great. You just have to put a little bit of elbow grease into it. The only difference that I noticed with some of this expensive shit is it's a little less effort. You're just being lazy. Stop paying like $500 for car washes. This is just like $10, and I've had this for probably years. So, same with this stuff. Obviously, same with this stuff. But I'm gonna go clean this off real quick, and I am gonna use the Neverdoll on these white walls. I'll show you what this is when I come back in, because I'm gonna use it on the wheels as well, or on the rims. But I'm gonna get this cleaned off real quick, get it blown off with some air, come back in here. And I'll have you have a dramatic difference with the white walls, just with this stuff. And I mean, you could just use some soap, but I mean, this simple green or this wheel cleaner, any cleaner in general will work, but that Neverdoll does super wonders. Alright guys, so back here real quick, and this white wall didn't clean off quite as much as the other two have, but you know, it's whatever. I don't even know if they hold air, and this is kind of just for demonstration purposes anyway. But what I want to do next is literally just taking some standard old aluminum foil, and I've used this little guy. You can kind of see I've hit a few spots already, but basically just any sort of like bubbling soap as a lubricant slash cleaner. I'm just using some simple green, it's barely even squirting. But again, just ball up this aluminum foil. You don't have to hit it hard, just kind of lightly. I'll just grab myself a fresh piece real quick. Don't need a bunch. And I literally just took a small ball out of it. And all I'm gonna do is just, and a lot of these spots aren't gonna come out. We can make them look better or smoother, or we can kind of polish around them. But these bad rust spots aren't gonna go away. So I'm not performing magic here. But a lot of these lighter spots, like if I probably turn this way a little more. These spots right here, you can help a lot. Like, let's take my little guy right here, and we'll just, and you don't need to push real hard. I mean, it's the aluminum kind of has light abrasive edges on it that kind of go down as you use it. So it kind of starts off as a rough grit and then gets lighter. And kind of just, you know, a little bit of pressure, a lot of lube. A lot of lube. But man, I'm just kind of back and forth real quick. I'm not going to make you watch me do this whole rim, but I'm gonna soap go here. And the more you use this the foil, like I said, it starts to lose its abrasiveness. And as you get kind of down to your smoother chrome, that's a good thing. But when you first start, you'll kind of knock your abrasive edges off the foil real quick. And you know, you can put some oomph into this, but I mean, every scratch you put into here, you're gonna have to pull out. And again, not that these are perfect. It's just for content purposes and to show you some stuff. Just grab trash rag, put a headlight around. Yep. And I can obviously get a little more aggressive with this, so then we'll come in here and we'll use some lighter abrasives. But you can already see that you can kind of see the shine up there. I'm just not seeing what you can see. So then, here we come and see how much better that looks than over here. And I can hit that a little bit harder, but we'll jump forward real quick onto the next step here. Real quick, guys, this is the same rim, maybe I don't know, 15 minutes of just aluminum foil and rinsing it off. I'm gonna hit it again real quick. We're gonna jump forward to the next step. Alright guys, so as you can see, already a huge difference. And the bad side is at the bottom. I'm just, best case scenario, basically at the top, worst case at the bottom. But moving on to our Never Dull. And this is just a really light polishing compound type abrasive. You can see it's like a, I don't know, it's like a gooey cotton ball. I don't really know. It's like if a cotton ball soaked up a bunch of wax. So like, and you don't need a lot. Like this is probably all I really need. So just tuck that back in there. And I use this to help on the white walls too, because this is a really good cleaner and it's abrasive, but it doesn't tear in there and mess up the wheel at all. There's just not a whole lot left of this white wall, but this will actually, believe it or not, and you can get basically as aggressive with this as you want. Obviously, it's just kind of a cotton ball looking thing. And what this will do is continue, believe it or not, to help remove some of that rust and smooth it out. But it's also a buffing compound, so it's going to help remove some of those scratches that we just put in here from the foil and bring back some of the shine. So, and again, I'll probably jump forward to having this all buffed up and wiping it down, but we'll do that. All right, let's get this wiped off here. And again, I only did one. I didn't do multiples. This is the first and only coat of the I don't know what that crap's called again. Dang it. But let's see. Getting some shine back. Getting some shine. In all honesty, I could hit that a time or two again. I'm probably not gonna. I mean, you can see with just, minimal effort, I've got maybe a half hour into this right now. What you can really do to a gross wheel. I'm probably gonna jump forward to some other compounds and see what kind of actual shine I can maybe pull out of this. That's where you're at right now. You saw what we started with. That's what we got now. So let's hop forward to doing some buffing and some other cleanings. Boom! Okay, so it's not the same wheel, but this is the wheel. And look at that. Like, seriously, I have a half hour while recording into that. Now there is, bad spots over here, but they're actually like even almost smooth to the touch. And we have a shiny wheel. I used old abrasives and chemicals that have been sitting in my garage over the winters. So they've been frozen year after year, and they did that. This wheel I hadn't done before because it was worst case scenario. It was one of the worst wheels. This was one of the better of the wheels, and it got the same treatment, probably the same time into it. Look at that. These rims came from behind a barn, and I mean, you saw how they started. You can see I got one again. I kind of half-ass cleaned up already. Maybe this one might be worst case scenario. But I think what I'd probably do is I'd probably just paint just these indentation areas right here black where I kind of can't get to them, and then I wouldn't even mess around with the back of the rim. I'd probably just clean that, rough that up a little bit and hit it with some black paint to get it stop rusting. But with these being done and all shiny, and you see I didn't use anything crazy. I literally only used what I showed you: my mother's, my Never Dull, and just my simple green, and about it. But jump forward to these taillights, license plate lights. First off, these come with a wire end on them that I'm clearly not using. Just went ahead and cut those off. This is going to be a really easy install. Probably doesn't sound easy to you, but as you see, these probably had like a threaded piece that would have gone through here and had just a little flat nut that would have threaded onto them. Newer vehicles, they have basically the same concept, but with like a little T cut into them, and that's how these clips hold themselves in. Now this is a ever so slightly different diameter, so I'm just gonna do what I did with my speed holes here. So I'm gonna grab my step bit and just step it up to that size, and I'll probably angle grinder just to cut these two little like T notches in here. These are gonna slide right in, and I'm gonna power them up with my just my DeWalt impact battery. So let's get some work done. Alright guys, so got my little holes cut. I'll show you here in just a second. And I just made some little temporary pigtails for our lights here. And see, like I said, just made that hole a little bit bigger and just cut a little T in there. As you can see, I kind of had to bevel this. This metal is thicker than the plastic it was designed to go through, so I just thinned that metal down. On this side, I actually took just a little bit too much away, so busted out my handy dandy cheap welder and made that happen. But let's see if I can do this one-handed. Probably not. Let's grab the. Well, all right. It's easier with hands, so we'll just feed this through here. This one through there. Man. Again, these are for a newer F-150, I guess. They're just some off-name brands. I didn't really care what brand they were, but I wanted them to look kind of half-ass factory, but illuminate in a modern way. So, like I said, these are LEDs, but they don't look off. See what I'm saying? They don't stand out like a sore thumb. They look like they should be there. And that's what I was going for. You can get them in bulkier models and black and different colors and carbon fiber and stuff. But like I said, I wanted these to look like they belong here. So it's the route that I went. But we'll wait. I'll wait for the sun to go down a little bit. so you can actually see it. And I'll kick those lights on. Just real quick, I wanted to show you what they look like during daylight. I mean, look at that. You can see those plain as day. They're illuminated even during the day. How cool is that? All right, y'all. So, see, it's dark out. Let's go ahead and just plug these in. Light them up. Boom. Wow. How's that? Wow, that's actually, it's really clear in person, not so much in the camera. Getting up on it, that's probably not gonna help. Actually, it is. Here we go. Check that out. Oh, with the further distance away, it just looks blurry on the camera. But hell yeah, pretty happy with that. But if I switch it, bam, there we go. Hell yeah. And guys, I've got, oh, I don't know. I think these cost me like 18 bucks. Free shipping on the Amazon, you know. But see, I got James Amazon. It's dark, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I'm gonna disconnect my power on these mamma jammas. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you're new, what up? What it is? Thanks for swinging by. And hope everyone's doing well. Deuces.